Thanks for having me.
Hey, congratulations. I want to start with last weekend, back on the podium after 4 years at a venue you absolutely love, Deer Valley.
Yeah, it was an unreal feeling to finally be back on the podium after many ups and downs in the last 4 years. Yeah, and Deer Valley is just like the Super Bowl of freestyle skiing, so always love performing there.
Can you try to encapsulate what's happened in the last 4 years to get back on the podium?
Yeah, I mean, 4 years ago, my skiing was going in a really good direction, and unfortunately, a year later, I broke my leg, and that took me out of the season, and then really hurt my chances of making the Olympics after that as well. So it was a long recovery. I had to have 3 surgeries on my knee all up to make it better. And then because of everything that happened, I took a year off. I started full time work, and I thought, why not give it a go again? The love for it's still there, and I just really wanted to go out there and see what I could do. And yeah, I'm really loving it at the moment.
Gee, you have to be strong mentally because I think at the time you were ranked number 7 in the world and on target for Beijing.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was very heartbreaking to go through that. That was one of the toughest periods I'd been through, alongside COVID as well. Like I broke my leg and I was sitting in hotel quarantine with a broken leg before I could even get surgery, and I was wondering if I can even make it to the Olympics. Yeah, it was a tough slog to get through, but yeah, unfortunately, it didn't happen. But that's okay. I learned a lot from it, and I've grown a lot from it.
Were there people who suggested maybe walk away from the sport because of everything that it threw at you?
Yeah, I think there are a few people out there that said maybe it's not for you. And to be honest, like even I thought that. I thought, maybe I should just stop and get, you know, keep going this job that I love doing and see where that takes me instead of pursuing the athlete path. But I still felt like there was something in me. I felt like I had a little bit more to give to the sport. So yeah, I put the boots back on and just focused on loving it instead of getting results, and that's worked out really well.
Abby, your score last week, 76.85. You're very close to the overall win, but can I just say my observation? You're waiting for the score. It looks excruciating. I've never seen you so nervous, anxious, serious.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. As I said, like I've just been focusing on loving the sport this year, so I was just out there jumping because I loved it and loved jumping in front of the crowd. So I wasn't expecting to get a podium. And yeah, and I know that life can throw some crazy things at you too. So I wasn't sure what to expect, but yeah, it was an unreal feeling, and so many emotions came through when that score came up, and I realized I was back on the podium.
Yeah, we actually saw a count back to decide the winner.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, unfortunately, my teammate didn't win, but second is also an incredible achievement, and to have two Aussies on the podium it's great to share it with a fellow teammate.
I noticed the other day you did the back lay full. Can you tell our audience what that entails?
Yep, so that's 2 flips and 1 twist. That's one of the more basic skills that I can do on snow, but in the past I've done 2 flips and 3 twists. So this year, because I've just come back, I've sort of just been like kept it at the basic skill level, and then I'll continue working on the harder skills as I go forwards.
Abby, when I interviewed you, it might have been around 2021. I think you said that you want to push the sport for women. What does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, it's actually a really exciting time in aerials right now for women. There are a lot of girls up on the triple kicker. So we have 3 different sized jumps in aerials. There's the single, the double, and the triple. And yeah, the single, you do a single flip, double, you do 2 flips, triple, you do 3 flips. So Now there are a few girls on the triple. It's just really exciting because it's pushing the sport for the girls, and I would love to be one of those girls one day, being up there day in day out doing some of the hardest jumps.
For our audience, I think they all love aerial skiing. Like we've seen our great champions at the Winter Olympic Games, but can you give us some numbers in terms of speed and height that you guys reach? It looks like you're falling from a 3 to 4 story building to land on snow.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Depends on the jump you do, but it can be 2, 3 stories high, and you're skiing in anywhere between 55 and 65 k's an hour to go into those jumps. So if something goes wrong, it's not great because you're at such a speed and at falling from such a height in the sky as well. But that's why we train so much to get it right.
Yeah, I really like the interaction between yourself and Winter
Mm-hmm.
after Deer Valley. It looks like you've got a really nice relationship.
Yeah, I think everybody in aerials has a really nice relationship with each other. I mean, we're all up there, not to be dramatic, but risking our lives at the end of the day. So we're all like cheering on each other, supporting each other, even though we're competitors. So if something goes wrong, we're all there for each other as well. So it's really nice.